Relativity Textiles is a luxury wallpaper brand based here in Chicago, Illinois. The idea behind the brand was really for people to engage with culture, to have designs that come from different countries. So these are places that you may not ever get a chance to travel to, but it's sort of a symbolic way where someone can live with something and grow to love it in a way that they can't from a travel guide. Wallpaper is sort of a complicated process. I start with an inspiration image, whether it's a book or a picture, an image I've sourced from the internet, or an image that I have drawn. That's actually drawn onto a piece of tracing paper with a Sharpie. That drawing is then scanned into the computer, and then I use Adobe Illustrator to turn it into a vector. That vector image is sent to the manufacturer, and they are able to produce a film from the artwork. Once the artwork is translated to the film, a screen has to be made. Someone is actually taking an aluminum frame and stretching a poly silk over the top. And the mesh is actually glued to the aluminum frame and stretched to a very specific tension that works well for the printing process. That screen is then coated with a light-sensitive emulsion, and that emulsion will be exposed to light based on the film being sandwiched closely against it. Once you apply water, the emulsion liquefies back to a state that can just be washed out, and it leaves an opening for the ink to pop through. Every screen becomes its own color in the print process, and so the paper moves through the press, and the screen will go up and down. The squeegee will actually pull the ink at the exact amount of pressure that it needs, and the design is being lined up and registered by hand, and the paper is being fed through the machine by hand. Someone has to actually take great care to figure out where the paper needs to be cut, because that's the exact place where the pattern needs to line up for the installer. The paper then goes to the inspector, and he has a counter, and it will count out 10 yards, and that's how he knows when to cut the paper, roll it up, put the label on, and get it ready to ship. What gets me out of bed every day is that sort of conceptual fire. Pattern is such a powerful signifier for identity. We're not just making wallpaper. We're playing with pattern in a way that wasn't being done. It's really about introducing people to things that they may not have ever had a chance to know about. And wallpaper is the voice to start that conversation.